was good.
Hitch was a good movie.
Hitch was a good
movie.
Oh,
Don't need no
Willy.
pizza.
Willy boy.
They got food there.
Right here. This is where you live.
This is
right
here, right here. Sad, sad. Sad, sad. Hey, friends.
Hey, friends.
Welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it. I'm Cassie J.
And I'm Ra. I just want to say this one came to Earth already caffeinated. Doesn't need it.
Do you know? No, it's no. Yes and no. There are some days. Today I'm really. As I was driving to studio, I was like, Cassie, you got to find it. Like, I like the energy is low, but we're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring it.
It says today's fake it till you make it.
Fake
'Cause even
it till
me,
you make it.
energy is low.
I just think
low.
that we're both grown up being very hard right now. And it's actually T for tens.
It is, and life is happening. And I just want to say that when life is happening to you, it's okay to put it down. It's okay. Put it down, girl. Put it down.
Well,
It's okay.
This actually ties in very nicely with what I want to talk about today.
Okay.
So now you and I are not Taylor Swift people.
Girl, speak for yourself.
Actually, yes. I know like maybe 4 or 5 songs, like bops though, like really, really good songs. But like I don't know. I'm not a Swiftie. Like I'm not like within the Taylor Swift world.
I'm not a Swiftie, but I like her. Like I know a lot of her songs, and I like her songs and have liked them for years. So for me, she's like another musician who I love.
What was your intro to Taylor Swift?
I want to say Love Story.
What is that one? Sing it for me.
It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Neetu, are you a Swiftie?
No.
Okay. I don't know that anyone our age is
No,
actually
I
know those
actually
people.
disagree because I actually think because I've literally never heard the song.
This is like one of her biggest songs from way back in the day. What do you mean?
I literally have never heard the song. Like I literally don't know it, and I feel like so either it's me that's just like
It's you. It's definitely you.
Don't hold back, Ore.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say how I really feel.
My intro to Taylor Swift was 22. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Yeah,
that one. And today I still sing that song because I'm feeling 22, and that's where I want to stay. But so not really a Taylor Swift song. But do you know that she's got a song called "Should Have Said No"?
I'm not sure that I know that one.
I didn't know it either. Obviously, I didn't know it either. But I was just like, should have said no. What an excellent title for life. Life and life situations.
Look, that needs to be my new mantra. Should have said no.
Should have said no. And it really just made me laugh because there's so many times where I found myself in a situation where I'm like, how did I get here? How is this happening to me right now? And like, why didn't I say no? Because if you trace it back, there was a point where there was the opportunity for me to be like, nah, Cassie's out.
Yeah.
But instead I was like, sure, yeah, why not?
This is me on a daily basis.
Yeah. So I have many stories around this to tell, but I'll tell this one. I was in high school. And I was competing. I was a debater, competitor, something. I competed in debating championships and that kind of thing. And we went to like the regionals or whatever, and it's like all of the debaters, all of the nerds from the school. Shout out to the nerds. But it was cool. It was always so much fun.
I was a debater. I don't consider myself a nerd though.
Oh no, but you're nerdy.
How? In what way?
I just look. If this is a self-aware moment for you, it's okay. Like take the time.
How are you by self-aware?
I'm just saying. If this is a moment of realization.
How am I nerdy?
Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. It's okay. Go away. Think about it. Do with that information what you will. Anyway, so now we go away for regionals, and we're all now staying at this one school or something. I can't fully remember. It was so long ago. But and our team had been competing, and then we got to like the quarterfinals or something, and we got knocked out. So now we're waiting for the finals to be, or the semifinals, and then the finals. But during this time, there's a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
So now it's like we're just sitting and waiting for the instruction on the next thing to do. Anyway, so I'm sitting and I'm talking with a couple of friends, and we also happen to be musical, and we're like, well, we're at a school somewhere there's musical instruments, like let's go and jam somewhere. Now, to set the scene a little bit as well, this happened like over a weekend, so that's why we could all be there, because the school that it was happening at, no students were actually there. But it's a weekend, so things are closed and things are locked and things are shut down. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, the friends that I'm with, the one guy, he says, oh, we should go and like play this, let's go jam somewhere. And I was just like, like, is it gonna, okay, sure. Like, let's go and try and find something. So now we're like, it's not our school. So we're now looking for like the music department, and the school is huge. Looking for the music department. We don't know where anything is. Eventually we find like a big hall, and we can see through the window that there's a piano in the room. So we're like, excellent, let's just go chill, sing around, like have a good time. We open the main door and it is locked. Okay, and again, should have been the opportunity to just be like, okay guys, the room is locked, let's keep it pushing. We don't do that. We carry on around looking, because it was a big hall, so there was other doors. We find a side door that's open, and we open the door, and then as we're inside, about maybe 30 seconds later, this massive alarm starts sounding. Like, it's huge. It's just like, bah, bah, bah. And we're just like, oh no. Now, in this moment, we're like, okay, obviously someone has set an alarm. Like, it was a very logical thing. Someone has set an alarm, and the alarm has now gone off, and we go out waiting for someone to come and deal with it. But instead what we see is a security guard running towards us, and he's got like a security dog.
What?
And he's got a panga in his hand.
What's a panga?
A panga is like
A baton?
a baton.
Is it?
Big thing that you're talking about.
It's no. Oh no. It's not a baton. It's like a full on like hardcore knife. Think Sinbad the pirate.
Like the curved one.
It's like no, not like
So like
the,
a C.
Machete.
Shoo. Okay.
Machete. I don't know why we call it panga. I don't know where that's come from. But he's coming at us. He's like running towards us. The dog is coming. It's barking. He's got a panga in his hand, and it is raised, ready to strike. And I was just like, this has gotten completely out of control. Like, no. So we start running. Anyway, eventually I'm like, this is dumb. So I stop running because I'm like, we can explain. Like, we've not done anything wrong. Like, we can explain. It was a journey. It was a whole thing. And then the teachers got involved. It was like, oh, gosh. And I just think about that, and I'm just like, had I just been like, no, guys, let's just sit here. Like, we wouldn't have found ourselves in that situation.
There is no version of the universe in which Cassie said no. in this story, they're on all the planets, all in the multitude of the whatever
faith.
that thing
I was
is.
the one voice that was like, oh,
Nah, girl.
like, is this a good idea?
And then was this voice out loud, or was this voice in your head? Because you have these conversations in your mind.
It was definitely, I was the last one to consent. I was like, and so maybe could we call it peer pressure? I don't know, but I did hesitate. I was just like, oh, guys, really? And then I was like, okay, cool, let's go. Right? But in all honesty, like, I think that this is something that happens often, for me at least. Like, just the inability to say
no.
Yeah. And it's a concept that I struggle with. I know it's something you struggle with as well.
True, every day. Mine usually comes up in, I'm okay, self-aware moment, I'm a homebody.
Homebody.
I do.
That is very true of Aurea.
I do like to go out every now and again, but usually I will say if it requires a bra, it's not happening.
If it requires a bra, it's not happening. I feel like I'm a homebody until I'm not.
Yeah, nah, girl, you're not a homebody at all. Let's just call it what it is.
I like things.
Me, it's usually, there's like two versions of me. There's the Ore who cannot say no, who makes plans with everyone. Let's go here. Okay, let's go here. Yes, let's go here. Yes. And then on the day, when the day arrives, the second Ore shows up, I'm like, whose plan was this? I don't want to go anywhere.
Why are we here?
Why are we here?
I think for me, I'm the kind of person that's like, oh, I don't really want to go outside. I don't want to. I don't want to. But then when I'm there, I'm like, this is so much fun. I love this so much. We should do this all the time.
Yeah. I actually have for me, I've been going on this journey where I'm learning to say no, even to little things.
Yeah.
Because I'm not great at setting boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm not good at saying no. Cassie has said this before.
Same. But I'm also only because I'm on the same journey, girl. Same journey.
This one time, a couple weeks ago, I can't remember, a couple months ago, I don't remember when, a friend and I had made plans to go out.
Yeah.
And on the actual day, I was tired. I'd had a long week, and whatever. And for me, I feel like the reason why I don't say no as often as I should is because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
I don't want to let people down.
You don't want to be rude. You don't want to be arrogant. You want to come across as collaborative. You want to I'm a helpful person.
I'm a helpful, welcoming, friendly person.
Yeah.
But there needs to be a space for you to to be a helpful, friendly, whatever, collaborative person and still set boundaries and protect yourself and your energy.
100%.
And on this particular day, I've also had experiences where I've said no to someone and it just blew out of proportion.
Shoo.
People get upset with you.
Shoo.
People, because you've said yes to them multiple times.
And now one time you're like,
how dare you?
How dare you say that?
I've had that reaction. And so it's also reinforced my not wanting to say no.
Shoo.
But on this particular day, I just couldn't. It wasn't coming. I'm like, come on, Ore. It just,
we've all been there.
And so I just said to this person, I'm like, I'm so sorry, this doesn't work for me. I can't today. Can I come back to you on a date when it does work and whatever? And then I braced myself for the drama. I'm like, oh, she's gonna yell, she's gonna get upset. She's like, oh, that's perfectly fine. I'll chat with you next week. And I'm like, it worked.
And
I don't have to
weight.
go.
It's this relief that comes off of your shoulders.
Yeah.
The tension in your back relaxes because you're like, I don't have to do it.
Yep.
I don't have to do it. No, but you're absolutely right. And it's this reason that we don't say no. And I think especially as women, because we're also taught to be very subservient. We're taught to be obedient, that kind of thing. But saying no becomes something that's inherently within us that we can't do. And so someone will come up to you and they'll be like, hey, can you do this thing? And you're like, yes, sure, I can do that. And then 3 days later, you're absolutely overwhelmed because your to-do list is 50,000 things long and you're annoyed and you're frustrated and you want to scream at the world. Yeah. But it's actually your fault because you're the one that said yes.
I think it's also sometimes just trying to prove that you can do it. It's like trying to prove that I deserve to be here.
Wow.
Trying to prove that I can handle it. I'm qualified enough.
That is such a good point.
Trying to prove that being a woman and having a strong home life, like if you've got a husband or you've got kids or you've got parents you're looking out for, or you've got a really hectic menstrual cycle. It's like trying to prove that I'm strong. I can manage everything that's happening in my personal and home life and still take on the world.
Wild. I had not even thought of that.
Yeah.
I had not even thought of that.
It's usually that way for me. It's trying to prove that I'm strong, trying to prove that I can do it.
I think, I'm sorry, I'm having a...
Cassie's having a moment.
I'm having a realization moment for myself as well. Because I'm like, I think for me, it's very similar. It's that I'm so scared that you're going to think that I'm incompetent or that I can't do it, that I'm just going to be like, yes, I can. And then at home, I'm like crying because I haven't slept in 48 hours, That's wild. That's wild. But so I've been, because on a life journey, always working on something. And I think that the season that I'm in right now is a season of incredible self-reflection. So I'm sorry to all of the people who are listening. You're going on the journey with me as I reflect out loud. But I think I've gotten feedback. I've gotten feedback at work. I've gotten feedback from people that saying no is something that I need to work on. Like that it is something that I need to work on so that I can do the thing that I need to do and I can do it well. Like give it all of your energy as opposed to giving it half of your energy.
Yeah.
And so saying no actually is one of the biggest like productivity hacks out there. And if you can master that skill, if you can master, saying no productively, graciously, and in a way that doesn't jeopardize relationships, like you're winning. Like you're absolutely winning at life. The thing that I was thinking about as well as I was thinking about saying no is that we often equate saying no and saying yes as in equal measure. Like the opposite of no is yes, the opposite of yes is no, and that these two things carry the same weight. But as I've been thinking about it, I've been like, actually, that's not true. Your your yes is actually a lot more weighted than your no. I'm going to unpack that. Okay. So your yes is a lot heavier than your no, because every time that you say yes to a request, anytime you say yes to something, you are inadvertently saying no to other things, right? Because I'm saying yes to this, it's taking time away from something else that ultimately could have been done. And that then is, it's detrimental to you, because are you saying, it makes you stop and ask yourself, what are the things that you're saying yes to that are ultimately taking away time from the focus and the areas that you need to be that you need to be focused on.
I get that.
Yeah.
Shoot, Ari's having a day. I was gonna say something and now it just
oh my gosh.
I was waiting for you to finish and
that
I was like,
that happens to me all the time. all the time.
You just keep going. When it comes back, I'll jump in.
You jump in. But yeah, so I think I think it's again this idea that once you've committed to something today, you've already decided what your future is going to look like. Do you know what I mean? And that's when I started to look at it like that, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm giving away ultimately like my most valuable resource,
time,
which is my time.
Yes.
Like I'm giving away my most valuable resource, which is my time, by saying yes to you and to you and to you and to you, even if the yes for you is important for you, but it doesn't actually ultimately at the end of the day work for me. And I think so. And again, so for me, I also I work in corporate, but we spend a lot of time doing things that are ultimately meaningless tasks.
You spend a lot of time in meetings.
Tell me about it.
First, you have a meeting to talk about the issue. Then you have a meeting to address next steps. Then you have a meeting to decide who is supposed to carry out next steps. Then you have another meeting with the people in the next steps group to align on the next steps. Like it's
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like at the company that we work at, like meetings, there are some days where I will get to work and my meetings will start. I think this week you called me at one point and you were like, I need to talk to you about something. And I was like, my brain can't even, is seeping out of my ears because I've been in meetings since 9 till 4. And then now literally back to back. And then it's just like, okay, well now I must start the work. When must I?
Because when are you going to work?
We spent the whole day talking about all the work that we need to do. When must it happen? Now, if no one is sleeping at this company and no one...
Yeah, because you spend your 9 to 5 making lists, making plans, talking about the great things that should happen. And then now you must go and actually execute.
But this is why, like, one of the things I want to start getting better at is just saying no to meetings more, because I've intentionally blocked out time on my calendar. It's called focus time, and it's now blocked out. Like if you try and book a meeting in that time, you cannot, because it's blocked out because I'm focusing on the actual work that I can do. And then I have time for myself and I have time for the things that I want to do. But yes, I just think that no is a decision that you can make, and the power stays with you. And yes then becomes a responsibility that you must now honor and commit to.
I think in corporate, it's a good call out, to say that you need to protect your time or say no to meetings, like the unnecessary ones maybe, or when it gets too much, or saying no to taking on additional tasks. But I want to call out saying no in your personal life.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I often want to be helpful You know, and if you're that person who just wants to be there for people, you want to lend a helping hand, you want to this, you want to that, you know, and now you've taken on too much because you can't say no. It's okay to say no to your family.
True. Yeah.
It's okay to say no to your sister. No, sorry, I can't watch your kids today.
Yeah.
I need to take a 2-hour power nap, or I need to take a me time, or I need to go do this, or I need to go do that. It's okay to say no to the people you love. Like, it's okay to say no to just to protect peace of mind. And you know,
and it doesn't make you a it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a difficult person. It doesn't, like, you're like, if you want me to there's also this concept of being able to you can't pour from an empty cup. And if I need to take the time to fill my cup so that I can be for you, there for you at another time, like, that's important too.
I think where it becomes a problem is if you had previously said yes when you knew you couldn't show up, and then at the last minute you say no, or you just don't show up.
100%.
Because now people can't make plans. They were relying on you. That's going to become very dramatic very quickly.
It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling, like, to have committed to something and then have to back out at the last second, or deliver a piece of work that's like just not even great. Your best. Like, it's not great.
Rather say no from the start, just be like, as opposed to
look, no. And and I love this thing you brought in now about, you know, the personal, like, saying no in your personal life, because I told the story earlier about not saying no and ended up being chased by a man with a panga, but also, like, I think about that series that we watched, Inside Man.
Oh, this is a good one. Yes.
Inside Man is, like, look, it is dramatic, but it's not completely implausible that something like that could happen. It's a story of this
spoiler alert, man. By the way.
Full spoiler alert, but I think that we need to unpack it, because I just think it's such a good representation of what happens when you're unable to say no. So it's a series. It's on Netflix. It's like 6 or 7 episodes. I'm all into the miniseries right now. Hey, miniseries. I can't do this thing where there's 18 seasons and 26 episodes per season. I can't.
I'm still on that.
I cannot do it.
You know how I watch them. I will binge it for like the first 2-3 seasons, and then I just give up and I take a break. Like, I take a time out for like 3 years, and then. And then I come back.
Lols. I feel like the networks around the world are like, you are our problem. Like, you are our problem.
I take a break.
Watch the whole thing. But, like, for me, I'm the same. Like, I will binge something, like, I'll get into it, but then I'm done because I'm too saturated in the content. I've been in it for too long. I need a break. But that's why I love these miniseries. Love. 6 to 8 episodes. That's all we need. Tell the whole story. It's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Inside Man, it's on Netflix. It's incredible. It is so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. Go watch it.
This is what we watched on Christmas Day, wasn't it?
I can't remember when we watched it.
I think it was Christmas because I remember the jollof arriving.
Yay for jollof and plantain.
I remember the jollof arriving.
But so basically this man, he's a normal, everyday kind of man. He's got a beautiful family, all the rest of that. And he's a priest. He's a pastor. And someone in his congregation comes up to him and says, look, I've done something bad. And I need you. Here's the proof, and it's on a USB card, and it's gross. It's not good stuff that's on there. I'm gonna leave that to your imagination.
Just leave it. Actually, go watch it, and then you can find out.
Go watch it and find out. But like on this USB is stuff, and he gives it to the priest, and he's just like, "Look, I've fallen into this sin again, and I need you to take this from me." And the pastor's just like, "Oh gosh, like." Why do you have this? We've spoken about this. Don't do this. Anyway, so now he takes a USB. Now, Brother Bear takes the USB home. He takes it home, and then someone in his family or someone who's helping the the lady who's tutoring his son needs a USB card, and he gives it to her.
No, the son takes it because he just drops it carelessly.
Oh
in,
yeah,
the key,
that's true.
The key
He drops it carelessly in the key thing,
knowing what you know is on that thing.
And the son comes and picks it up and gives it to his tutor, and the tutor puts it in and is just like, oh my gosh. And the stuff that's on it is enough for everybody to go to prison. It's bad. Okay, it's really bad. And so begins this snowball of like trying to explain and trying to understand because now so and so wants to go to the police, but now but they don't really understand, but they also don't believe, and then in order to cover up the one thing we do another thing, and then to cover up that thing we do another thing, and then to cover up that thing we do another thing, and then by the end
people are dead,
people are in prison, and if you're not in prison and you're not dead, you're extorting the ones that are in like it's so crazy. It's so crazy, and all because the guy just couldn't say, no, sorry, I'm not actually gonna take this on.
I actually think that in his story, like, fine, like this kid in your church comes to you for help. I did this thing, whatever, right? And he gives you this thing. Take it away from me. In that moment, it was okay that he still said yes. I feel like where he really, 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 really blew things up is when the kid says to him, "Don't throw it away, though. Hold on to it for me." Because it was that little bit there. Yeah, because he was like gonna toss it in the bin, and the kid is like, "No. Just hide it so my mom doesn't see."
I don't remember that, but like,
because I'm like, why did you take it home?
Why did you take it home?
You toss it in like you destroy it immediately.
Yeah.
Even if you want to help someone and you're like, okay, I'm gonna stick my neck out for you. Wisdom. My
other thing is that you're trying to protect him and you're trying to help him, whereas this person needed like help.
This is that thing about letting people sometimes face the consequences of their actions. They will learn.
Because oh my gosh.
You need to watch this.
You need to watch it.
You need to watch it.
Stanley Tucci is in it. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
Cooked.
He is proper cooked. There has to be a season 2.
There has to be. We need to
where
know
is the head.
We need to know where it is.
Or if it even exists. Even if it,
okay, we are talking in circles now.
Okay, guys, please go watch Inside Man. It's so. Neetu, have you watched Inside Man?
No. Oh, Neetu, you need to watch that thing.
Girl, go watch Inside Man. It's so good. Anyway, so ultimately I think, look, you and your time are so valuable. Okay, your time is so valuable. My dad used to say to me when I was younger, he'd be like, "You know what you and Bill Gates have in common? You know what you and what other rich people have in common?" I know, my dad. But I mean, he's not wrong. He's like, you've all got the same number of hours in the day. It's about what you do with them and what you allow yourself to do with them.
Ari wants to be spicy and be like, no.
No, don't go there. I know what you're going.
Where am I going?
You're going to say, oh, but they also had this investment and that resource available to them.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be like, he actually does have his 24 hours because he's got people who can do.
Yeah, but he didn't have it to begin with.
That's why I was just being spicy.
He didn't have it to begin with. Didn't he start like in the garage with something, or I don't know. All these tech people started in a garage. But it just means that, so ultimately, because it's your time, it just means that your yes needs to be very focused and it needs to be very intentional. Like, be very focused, be very intentional about what you're saying yes to, because it can detract and it can deter from what your ultimate goal is. Like, what it is that you're trying to do, what it is that you're trying to achieve. If you don't know how to do that, you also, Katy Perry, shout out to you, a plastic bag floating in the wind, right? You're just floating in the wind like this.
Yeah.
And your own goals and your own dreams then become secondary.
I had this chat actually with my therapist a while back where, because like I said, I've consciously been on this journey of learning how to set boundaries and learning how to say no. Because Dami will always say that people will push your boundaries. They want to push and see how far they can go.
100%.
And you can't blame them. If you don't set the boundary,
1,000%.
they keep pushing it.
That is 1,000% correct.
I had this chat with her where I was like, I'm trying to learn how to say no, how to protect my time, my energy, and not stretch myself out too thin. And she gave me some advice that I'm going to tell you guys here. I'm going to give to you as well.
Bring it on, free therapy session.
So she said that what's important when you're trying to learn how to set boundaries and how to say no is that it needs to be true to your value system.
Oh.
Like, you can't go into it trying to set boundaries and say no the way someone else would. Like, you need to be true to what's true to you. And for me, honesty and just being a genuinely good person are part of my key value system. And so she was like, when something comes at you and you know you need to say no, you say the no. There's 2 ways to do it. She's like, you can say no and not even give a reason and just walk away with it. But me, knowing my values, I'm not that person. Because like, you can just be like, you can be very strong and very bold and be like, no thanks, and just walk away. thanks but no thanks, and be good. I'm not that person. So for me, she was like, it's basically what you're saying is like, if you say no to something, you're saying yes to something. If you say yes to something, you're saying no. She's like, so you say no to this person, but you create a yes for you to say, something for you to say yes to. I don't want to hang out with Cassie. Cassie's like, all right, let's go have lunch. Cassie, I'm so sorry, I can't. Why? I need to now create an activity that is important for me that I'm saying yes to. So I can be like, I can't go with you because I need to finish this document I'm working on.
Got it.
I need to go see my mom.
Got it.
I need to do this. Like, I've got a plan.
Yeah.
I've got something else that's priority. I'm so sorry I can't come. Because for me, that helps me. It's like, I'm not just saying no to you willy-nilly. I'm not saying, not just, exactly, not just. But I've created another thing that I'm saying yes to that trumps me saying no to you. And like, it helped me. It helps you. So like, when I go into that process now and I need to say no to someone, she's like, if you don't have an activity, make one up. She's like, make it up. I'm taking a nap that time. Sorry. And literally, she was like, and if you've got like a friend or your spouse, she's like, call your person, like, can we do lunch? Okay, we're doing lunch. Sorry, I can't go with you because I'm doing lunch with this person. She was like, literally, make it up if you need badly to just, while you're in the learning phase of saying no, make it up so that it's not like I'm saying no, it's just, I can't. Sorry, the time is booked. I'm just unable to. So, and that's helped me so far. So
basically, when Aura says she doesn't want to hang out with you, she's lying.
I'm making it up. Actually, if you've asked me anything in the last 3 weeks, I made it up.
But no, you haven't. The last 3 weeks have been genuinely insane.
Yeah, they have actually.
Been insane.
Work-wise, they have.
I think we're at the end of our time, but I think, guys, as you're going on this journey of learning to set boundaries on how to function as a human in the world that needs to say no, just remember to focus on being very intentional, and remember that to say yes to something now is a cost on your time later. And is that a cost you're really wanting to engage in? Is that something really you're wanting to spend? But yeah, I hope this has been helpful. I'm still on this journey every single day, still on this journey, but I hope you are as well. Come and find us on socials, Instagram, TikTok, and you can watch us on YouTube or listen to us on Apple and Spotify. Come say hi. We promise to say hi back. And that's it from us. I don't know if there's anything else I need to say.
All good.
All good?
All good. Actually, no. I just wanted to say no because you said I should practice saying no.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe anywhere and everywhere you find your podcasts. Also, you can watch and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, love you, bye.